it's Miss Sofferman. I want to share with you some new books that we've gotten into the library that you might be interested in checking out. First of all, there is a brand new Raleigh Jefferson Awesome Friendly Kid book, which is kind of a spin-off from Wimpy Kid. So this is Raleigh Jefferson's Awesome Friendly Adventure, came out this summer. If you are a fan of Jason Reynolds, who wrote the Track series and Long Way Down, he has a book called Look Both Ways. And it is a series of short stories that take place kind of along his walk home. And this book is a little more like funny and a little less serious than some of his other books. So if you like his writing, you might really enjoy this book. Another one that came out recently is, if you've been reading the Spy School series, this is Spy School British Invasion. So those three books are all, if you're still needing books for the summer reading, those would fall under the community and social justice category. So in the animal and outdoors category, I don't know how many of you are fans of The One and Only Ivan, but there is a sequel now called The One and Only Bob. And it has characters, obviously, from the first book, and it centers around Bob, who's the little dog. And it's kind of more of an adventure survival story. So that would fall under animals and outdoors. A very hotly anticipated book that came out this summer is The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. So if you are a Hunger Games fan, which I am, you might want to read this book. It's really interesting. It takes place from the perspective of President Snow, and it is when he is a young man, and it takes place during the 10th Hunger Games. So it's kind of a prequel story. Really good book. If you read Dread Nation as part of your summer reading, Dread Nation was the book that was about, it was kind of like a zombie apocalypse story mixed together with historical fiction. And it's about right at the end of the Battle of Gettysburg, all the dead soldiers on the field rose up and became zombies, and the zombie apocalypse that kind of ensued after that. And this one is called The Deathless Divide, which is a sequel to Dread Nation. So if you read Dread Nation, you'll know that it ended in a pretty big cliffhanger. So you might want to read this one. Another book that would fall under that arts, creativity, sort of fantasy is Tristan Strong Punches a Hole in the Sky. This book is getting a lot of attention right now. It is about some Black superheroes who are trying to save the world. And it is one of the, I don't know if you are familiar with the Rick Riordan Presents series of books. And what happened is Rick Riordan, who wrote all of the Lightning Thief and all of those books, Magnus Chase, realized that he is now like a very well-known author and has an easy time getting his books published, but that there are a lot of people out there in the world, especially authors of color, who are not necessarily getting their books published quite so easily. So he is using his kind of celebrity to try and help some other authors become, who are really excellent, wonderful authors, become more well-known and get their books published. So that's where this book comes in. So those fall under the arts and creativity for summer reading. This book is not a super new book. It's just new to our library, but it's called Check Please. And this is a graphic novel about hockey. So who wouldn't love that? We have two of them, number 1 and number 2. So if you are into sports, or if you need something to fill that sports summer reading category, that would qualify. And last but definitely not least, if you are looking for something in the history and conflict category, I know a lot of people are fans of The Diary of Anne Frank, especially 7th graders who might have studied that last year. This is Anne Frank's diary, the graphic adaptation. So this is a graphic novel version of The Diary of Anne Frank that we just got. So those are just a sampling of the new books. We actually have a ton of new books that in the library. So I can't wait to see you and to show you the books.